Stalker Black. The other day I was talking about how I was sitting on someone's couch and it seemed to appear that they were speaking, and as they were speaking I was getting sick. I'm still sick today. You know, I don't really get sick much, maybe once every 10 years. And I had already had my sickness for the 10 years not too long ago. And they are making us sensitized to things, and they're making us unsensitized to things, and they are using certain metals from human nature to do so. When you can make someone sensitized to something, you can also make them hypersensitive, you know? And that means that they can easily catch allergies and stuff like that. But I am not a hypersensitive person. I do not have any type of allergies. I've never had allergies. I don't get sick a lot. I don't have headaches. Now, when I was younger, I used to have a lot of earaches and sore throats. Yes. When I met Yahweh Ben Yahweh, or Brother Moses, I moved into the temple and became a vegetarian. And I never dealt with sore throats and earaches again. You know, nothing like that. You know, I used to get them all the time. After the age of 24, I didn't get earaches and sore throats. I mean, I would get a sore throat every blue moon, you know, but when I feel it coming on, I just go and I gargle with peroxide, you know, and it would go away. And I would have to have been around a baby that was sick. And normally, if I am around a baby that has a cold or something, I may catch the cold from the baby. Now, the person that I was at, you know, sitting on their couch, well, they fell asleep on the couch, and they woke up with something in their throat, you know. It's like you swallow a piece of bread, you know, and it gets stuck in your throat. That's what the person said who fell asleep on the couch. Now, as if though these couches are making them sicker and sicker, so I said, well, what did you look up, you know, because I know I looked up something that she did not look up. And she said she had looked up France. So I also went to look up France suing China. She said France was suing China for furniture. So I put it in and I get all of this toxic Chinese chairs play like France. Toxic Chinese chairs play like France. Customers in France who bought Chinese-made recliners are complaining of stinging allergic rashes and infections. One customer, her name is Caroline, whatever, said Friday she was stunned to learn the chair she bought last December appears to have caused a skin problem she says she suffers for months. You sit comfortably on something and in fact, you have a bomb under your butt. Yes. The French distributor, look at the name, it is a con already, and they are dealing with a ram. Well, warned clients in July that some of the chairs and sofas presented an allergy risk. In rare cases, it has withdrawn them from the cell, and now says the health problems were linked to an antifungal chemical in the chest. It does not matter. They're going to go on and on and on with some bullshit. Now, here I find something dealing with mercury, and I know that mercury is in a lot of things, and mercury is also killing us slowly. Now, I found this because it said something about an ancient, but I read it all, Something about them using stuff in ancient time in China. And look at this. And he is pink. And you see, this is what I'm saying. He is an alchemist. Every time I hear the word or see the word alchemist, I think of a wizard. But he is a Chinese, and there is China, your CIA. They are hiding in this shit. All these people know that mercury can harm you. They know that. I mean, if you even read about the story of the Mad Hatter, you will know that what drove him mad was putting mercury in his hat. And then there are people up here. I just read it, so somewhere in here, there's someone who used mercury to cure syphilis. So they said, And then they had some type of felt, and they were using camel felt, and they were using camel urine in the felt, and then the people decided they could piss in it themselves, to make the fibers a little finer, And there was one who was taking mercury for syphilis, and his felt was very, very fine, and so they attributed it to mercury. So now they even put mercury in our clothes. Wow. See, in the ancient art of alchemy, mercury, sulfur, and salt were the earth's three principal substances. The Hindu word for alchemy is whatever, and it means knowledge of mercury. So this word right here means knowledge of mercury. So now the next word is believe. The next word, they need you to believe that they are using this shit and it is okay, because you act like that's what you believe is okay. I mean, nobody's saying much, Right here is the word knowledge. That means you should know this shit. You should know mercury and know what mercury can do to your body on anything else. The planet Mercury or anything else. I know of mercury because I am a Gemini, and mercury is supposed to run that sign. Has something to do with me. I'm not into all the sign bullshit, but still has something to do with me, so I researched it. And this is how I find out that they put mercury in everything. Believing that mercury was at the core of all metals, alchemists supposed that gold, silver, copper, tin, lead, and iron were all mixtures of mercury and other substances, while alchemists in different cultures had different beliefs. That means this shit is not real. It's just something they believe. Just because you believe something does not mean that's just real. I believe that those birds, those hawking, those horrible sounding birds were black, but they were not. You see? Once I went to know, because I don't want to believe some shit. I need to know. They were a dark green, but still, they look black as fuck. One of the cultural themes to European alchemy was the beliefs, and there's your word lie, that the current combination of mercury and other ingredients would yield riches of gold. And it does. It does. They are getting so rich and killing us at the same time. Mercury, whether this man does it or people in Italy do it or Peru or anywhere else. See, the Mayans, if you read in here, it will tell you about the Mayans over in Peru. So we were everywhere. But it also lets you know that they found out that this stuff could really harm you. So it doesn't really go on to say, and the Mayans did this, the Mayans did that. It goes on to tell you what the Romans did. the Roman Mercury and Hatter, see? And this would be about the Mad Hatter. Mercury will mess your brain cells up. Oh, I did not see this. Mercury in the body food, aquatic food web. In 1958, a unique illness began to be recognized in the area around Minamata Bay on the Japanese island of Somebody. 68 people died while 397 others exhibited neurological, yes, see, that's what I was saying. Mercury, it can cause neurological problems. And they are really fucking us up in so many different ways, dealing with Mercury and our neurological problems. Like they would say a dysfunctional home. That's not a dysfunctional home. There's not such thing as the word dysfunctional. They made the fucking word up. Either you're going to function or you do not function. But they like to put this in front of words when you do not, dysfunctional. Well, the fluoride in our toothpaste made most of our homes dysfunctional because it has mercury in it, and we did not know it. The mercury in our teeth, the fillings, made our homes dysfunctional, and we did not know it. And they can also move us around with these pieces of mercury in our body. And when you have cancer, and they say they're going to do chemical therapy, there's mercury in that shit too. See, so a pink person, it does not matter what land he comes from, Tokyo. I can't even pronounce those, and I won't even try. It doesn't matter if they are pink, something is wrong with their brain cells, and they seem to always need to be bigger and better and bigger and better. All at the health of ourselves, of us, Now, something else. We were watching King of the Hill this morning, right? And there was just a lot of weird things going on in there. Like, the Asian guy there, he is Chinese. And he got all his, I guess I would call European buddies to build him a swimming pool. And then he invited the other Chinese over. When the other Chinese came, they saw he had nothing of his history, nowhere in his house. Everything was in his house had been Americanized, right? And he told him it was a form of disrespect and like something about in their homeland, how the government rules over them or some shit. And he said how they once used to work on the railroads here in America. And I know they did. I put it in the video. And I did not actually know it was Chinese who were there. But they want to say that these people are Chinese. But however, they are, when they were here and they were working on the railroad, they were pink. They were not yellow. They were pink. And they are of the Mayans. They are Moabites too. I mean, they go from Moabites and then they're this and then they're Mayans and then they're that and then they're Cherokee, and then, how this happens and how that happens, and then you have Blackfoot, and then somewhere before Cherokee, there's Acadian, and then there's Negro and nigger and black and Afro, every time you look around, goddamn. And not just my nationality changes, everyone's nationality seems to change. There are only two type of earthlings on this planet. Two type of species that call themselves people on this planet. and that is melanated and non-melanated, and that's all it is. All this Hebrew is light and Nubian and Negro and black and Afro-American, all that shit. You're just melanated. I'm melanated too. We're melanated. And that we do have a culture. The melanated man does have a culture. And one thing about the melanated man's culture is we will not take mercury knowing that this will hurt our children and put it into shit. Like in chemtrails, put it in the air, the water. It falls on our arms and everything. They're making us magnetic so that they can move us around. I'm sure they are. I have not did all that research and I am not a scientist. I really don't know much about science. Not actually. But I know that with this mercury, they are fucking up our brain cells. Now that I know. Okay, so now this was in 1958 when these smart motherfuckers knew that these people were sick and they exhibited neurological problems. The highest rate of illness was among fishermen and their families, and that's possibly when all the mercury got put into the fish. It turned out that chemical industries around the bay had been discharging inorganic mercury waste into the water where anaerobic bacteria in the Detroit, wow. But I see United States, they are just like the United States and they are fucking killing us. It looks almost like Detroit. On the floor of the bay, converted the inorganic mercury into methyl mercury. Methyl, isn't that something if you smell it, it can like make you high and fuck up your brain cells or something? I really do not know. This mercury became concentrated as it was passed along natural food webs. See? It found its way into fish and shellfish that were consumed by people living around the bay. Scientists estimated that biomagnification in food chains may have been as high as 1 million folds. And today, this is why a lot of people have a lot of headaches. The Mad Hatter, he had headaches. Those headaches drove him mad. But he did not care. He still wanted to wear his hat with mercury in it. Something is wrong. Now, when I say this word, it's a big motherfucking word. But bio, that means my body. Mag, that has something to do with a magnet, and I know it has something to do with Aleister Crowley and his magic. And then here I have the CIA. Or I can go CIA. And there is a FI. Wonder if it is Wi-Fi. They can fuck our asses up, and they are fucking our asses up. And there's the cat. For the cat in the hat. Well, this stuff, it produces a much more devastating human illness than inorganic mercury, affecting primarily the central nervous system with many neurologic, that's the money they're going to make, disturbances including paralysis, tunnel vision, and blindness. There is no effective antidote as there is for inorganic, there's your money again, mercury sucks, nor are there any truly efficacious. I'm going to say CIA, right? United States means for hastening its excretion from the body. Unfortunately, this type of mercury is also very dangerous. See, someone is angry. You see, someone is angry. And I know it's angry. It is the pink people. Only the pink people are doing shit like this. Melanated people are not doing this. If you are Chinese and you are melanated, you are Asian, you are melanated, You are Mexican, you are melanated, you are Cuban, you are melanated, Haitian, you are melanated. I think all Haitian people are melanated though. I think Haitian people and Jamaican people are like us, they're all melanated. And some of half breeds, I'm sure. But I don't think it's a such thing as a non-melanated Haitian. But I am not for sure. But there are no melanated so-called black people. Unmelanated so-called black people. They are unmelanated. Point blank period. And we are melanated. The so-called black man is melanated. They are unmelanated. And they are killing us off, and they don't give a fuck. If they kill themselves off, they will kill us off too. Now I'm going to get out because I know it's long. And it says experimentally. See, now they are on our mental again. This type of mercury has been shown to cause mutation in DNA as well. And now it causes mutation in DNA. It also can cause you to be gay. Love you out.